Picture this, a potato running for president. Sounds absurd, right? Well, meet Dictator, the spud who dared to dream. In the swirling vortex of American politics, a new contender sprouted from the fertile soil of Idaho. His name was Dictator, a candidate born from a humble potato sack. Now I know what you're thinking. Is this a joke? But hold on to your hats, folks, because this is the story of how a potato, sporting a tan cowboy hat and Carhartt coat, turned the 2024 presidential race into a comical saga. Welcome to the world of the Potato Party, a political group that sprouted seemingly out of nowhere. Their origin story, as American as apple pie, or should we say as American as Idaho potatoes. Born in a sack of spuds, Dictator emerged, not as a mere tuber, but as a symbol of something bigger. He had a vision, a dream of a nation united under the banner of the potato. Their rallying cry: peel back the layers of bureaucracy. Their rallies were a sight to behold, an ocean of potato-themed banners, chants, and even costumes. It was a spectacle that wouldn't be out of place in a late-night comedy show, but there was something more to it. Amidst the laughter and the potato puns, there was a spark of something genuine, something that resonated with the people. The Potato Party's message was clear. They were here to challenge the status quo, to shake up the established order, and to do it all with a sense of humour. They were here to remind everyone that politics doesn't always have to be so serious, that it's okay to have fun while fighting for what you believe in. Critics scoffed, pundits laughed, but the people, they listened. They saw past the potato puns and the humorous speeches. They saw a party that was different, a party that dared to dream, a party that, despite its comical exterior, was serious about bringing change. And so, the Potato Party, led by the unlikely candidate Dictator, began to capture the nation's attention. A potato running for president? Maybe it wasn't so absurd after all. Politics is usually a serious business, but not for Dictator and the Potato Party. In an era where political speeches are often laced with heavy jargon, Dictator's campaign was a breath of fresh air. His addresses were filled with potato-themed puns and quirky anecdotes that tickled the funny bone. "We're here to plant the seeds of change," he'd say, "and to make America great again." His unique brand of humour made his speeches not just tolerable, but downright entertaining. But what truly amplified this humour-driven campaign was the role of late-night comedians and social media. These platforms became the ideal soil in which the Potato Party's message could grow and flourish. Comedians latched onto Tater's eccentric speeches, turning them into viral sketches that had audiences laughing into the wee hours. They impersonated Tater, donning cowboy hats and mimicking his signature potato puns. The result? A comedic sensation that kept the Potato Party in the limelight. Social media too played a significant role. Memes, those digital snippets of humour, became a powerful tool to spread the Potato Party's message. From Tater for Dictator to Make America Spud Again, these memes flooded the internet, creating a viral sensation. They were shared and reshared, their humour providing a welcome relief from the usual grim political discourse. But amidst all the laughter, something profound was happening. The Potato Party's message was not just a joke. It was a political statement wrapped in humour. It was about peeling back the layers of bureaucracy, about bringing simplicity and transparency to politics. And the more people laughed, the more they began to relate to this message. So yes, the Potato Party's campaign was funny. It was absurd. It was unlike anything seen in the world of politics. But it was also effective. Because humour, as it turns out, is a powerful tool. It can break down barriers. It can make complex ideas accessible. And most importantly, it can bring people together. Despite the laughter, the Potato Party's message was resonating with voters. On election day, you could see the Potato Party's impact. Voters, clad in potato-themed attire, lined up to cast their votes. The day was steeped in anticipation, the air thick with the scent of a brewing political storm. And then, against all odds, and much to the surprise of pollsters, pundits, and the public alike, the Potato Party triumphed. The underdog had won, and his name was Dictator. The reaction was immediate and widespread. News channels flashed headlines of the Spud's supremacy, and social media erupted with potato emojis and hashtags like #TaterTot2024. Late-night comedians had a field day, and the laughter echoed across the nation. It was a victory as unexpected as it was unprecedented. and it left the world in a state of amused bewilderment. But amidst the potato puns and laughter, President Tater stood firm. He took to the podium, his tan cowboy hat tipped in acknowledgement, and promised a governance that would peel back the layers of bureaucracy. His words were met with a ripple of laughter, but his eyes held a spark of determination that hinted at the seriousness beneath the humour. The promise of appealing policies was not just a clever pun, it was a pledge for transparency, simplicity, and a government that catered to the people. And then came his promise of a tuber-tastic time. This was not just a playful phrase, it was a commitment to a presidency that would be different. That would be fun. It was a promise that the White House would not just be a symbol of power, but also a beacon of joy, a place where the people's voices would be heard, amidst the laughter and the potato puns. And so, as the world watched, the potato farmer's son from Idaho, the man who had turned a presidential race into a comical saga, took the reins of the most powerful nation in the world. With a potato in the White House, the nation was in for an interesting 4 years. Tater's presidency was anything but predictable. From his potato-themed decor to his unique cabinet, he was shaking things up. In the world of politics, where grey suits and diplomatic jargon are the norms, President Tater was a breath of fresh air, or should we say, a gust of fresh potato scent. His cabinet was a sight to behold. Instead of the usual suspects, Tater filled the roles with potato-themed appointees. The Secretary of Agriculture, for instance, was a potato farmer from Idaho. The defense potato, on the other hand, was a seasoned military official who had a peculiar fondness for potato guns. And let's not forget the Secretary of State, or as Tater preferred to call him, the Ambassador Potato, who was a former comedian with a knack for potato puns. But don't let the humour fool you. Beneath the layer of comedy, Tater was a pragmatic leader who addressed key issues with creativity and determination. He peeled back the layers of bureaucracy, just as he promised. His policies were as appealing as they were effective, tackling everything from economic recovery to environmental sustainability. And then there was his approach to international relations. In a world often fraught with tension, Tater navigated the choppy waters with a potato joke in one hand and a warm smile on his face. He believed in the power of laughter to break down barriers, and he used it to great effect. Whether it was a tense trade negotiation or a high-stakes summit, President Tater always managed to lighten the mood, often leaving world leaders chuckling and more receptive to dialogue. It was a refreshing change to see a leader who didn't take himself too seriously, yet was serious about his duties. His unique blend of humour and pragmatism wasn't just entertaining, it was effective. And it resonated with people not just in America but around the world. President Tater was proving that a touch of absurdity could indeed peel back the layers of seriousness in politics. Because sometimes all it takes is a potato-headed president with a sense of humour to remind us that politics doesn't always have to be a grim affair. As critics poked fun, President Tater's approval soared. The nation had embraced the unexpected leader. President Tater and his potato party had indeed left a lasting impact, not just on the nation, but on the world. They had shown that politics didn't always have to be a serious, sombre affair. It could be light-hearted, full of laughter, and yes, even potato puns. Tater's unconventional approach to leadership, blending humour with effective governance, was a breath of fresh air. He had managed to navigate complex international relations with a smile and a potato-related joke, proving that diplomacy didn't always have to be stiff and formal. The potato party became universally recognised as a symbol of democracy's unexpected turns. Who would have thought that a party born from an Idaho potato sack would end up winning the presidential race and leading the nation? But it wasn't just about the humour. President Tater's administration had also addressed key issues in a creative and pragmatic manner. From the Secretary of Agriculture to the defence potato, each member of his cabinet played a unique role in shaping the nation's policies. The First Lady, a proud potato farmer, became a symbol of agricultural pride. She reminded the nation of the importance of farming and the role it played in our everyday lives. And then there were the potato-themed rallies, the viral sketches, the memes that flooded social media. They had all contributed to creating a potato party sensation, turning the presidential election into a comical saga that the nation would never forget. Yes, there were critics, there always are, But as they poked fun, President Tator's approval ratings soared. The nation had embraced this unexpected leader, this potato-headed president who had dared to be different. In the end, the Potato Party's journey, from an Idaho potato sack to the White House, was a testament to the power of humor and creativity in politics. A reminder that sometimes a touch of absurdity can peel back the layers of seriousness and bring about a change that no one saw coming.